On this episode, we'll talk about aches and pains and what to take for them. We'll also talk about eating and drinking at the same time, and we'll talk about oatmeal after your sleeve. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Alvarez from Endobariatric.com, and this is episode 58 of the AskDrA show. Thanks so much for submitting questions, everybody. Really good questions. We have very frequently asked questions, not that frequently asked questions, but they're still good and they still help patients out there. So if you haven't added me on Snapchat, be sure to do so. Thank you so much for submitting questions. If you want to submit a question, just add the hashtag AskDrA on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and my team will pick it up and we'll be sure to add it on the show. Let's go to the questions.
Is there any other type of medication you can take for a headache besides Tylenol?
All right, so what can you take like for a regular headache other than Tylenol? But just to make a parenthesis here, your number one option is Tylenol. All right, so Tylenol is very important ally when aches and pains arise after your sleep, because Tylenol is very mild and does not interfere with your stomach's lining. All right, so any other medication that's called an anti-inflammatory, non-steroid anti-inflammatory, and we talked about the NSAIDs before, does affect the lining of the stomach and may be harmful if used several times a day or for a long period of time, which is called chronic use. But let's say it's for a regular headache, and let's say that just Tylenol just doesn't do the work. So what we can do is we can take some Advil, we can take some ibuprofen, which would be the next option. Don't take aspirin, please. Aspirin is really rough on the stomach. Don't take naproxen, it's really rough on the stomach. And on another note, don't take it for long periods of time. We've also talked about this before on menstrual cramps. Ladies can use it once a month, that's fine. Twice, 2 days continuously, that's fine. But for longer periods of time, it may harm your sleeve, so you need to be very careful. That's why your number one option, always go for the Tylenol.
Can I never eat and drink together again?
Will you be able to eat or drink and drink at the same time? The answer is yes. All right. Normally, the first few months, 3 to 6 months, it's practically impossible because there isn't enough room in that new sleeve. It's a very narrow tube, and either food goes in there, and if you swallow some liquids, that liquid will try to compete for that space, and that liquid will go down and switch places with that food. It's a very uncomfortable sensation. You may feel some pressure in your chest and some other sensations that you may not like. That's about it. There is no other risk. Your sleeve will not blow up. Your sleeve will not be harmed at all. It's just what we're trying to do is avoid you these uncomfortable sensations that not everybody has. It's just a matter of who has it, who doesn't, the size of the sleeve, the crafting of the sleeve, everybody's different. But let's say you do have it. Will you be able to eat and drink at the same time? The answer is yes. Once the swollen tissue comes down, inflammation comes down, following, let's say, 6 months or even longer, maybe a year, you'll be able to do it. Time will give you the pace, patience, but you'll be able to manage that.
Can we ever have oatmeal?
All right, so during your post-op phases, you may notice that there are some types of food that may not agree so well with you. What we experienced the last 11 years doing the sleeve is that some people may have a hard time with rice. Maybe some people have a hard time with bread. Maybe some people have a hard time with oatmeal, which is the question. Why is this? Because some types of food do grab more moisture and put into its essence and will expand, such as the case of oatmeal. If you leave oatmeal put some water in it and just leave it for a few minutes, actually that oatmeal will grab the moisture from the water, pull it in, and expand. All right. Same goes for bread. It may go with also with some rice, etc. So what that happens, if you have the oatmeal and sits for some minutes inside your sleeve, you may have an uncomfortable sensation. Will it go away? Same as the previous questions with may I eat and drink? The answer is yes. You have to give it some time. At a certain point, you will be able to tolerate these types of food, and all you have to do in the meantime is just identify what types of food go well with you, because everybody's different, and a matter of time you can retry them, and then all of a sudden swollen tissue goes away, and you'll be able to enjoy all these types of food. All right, so that's it for episode 58 of the Ask Dr. A show. I'm Dr. Alvarez from Endobariatric.com, where we are changing lives one sleeve at a time. Oh, question of the week. Did you experience some type of food that did not agree with your sleeve afterwards? That's an interesting question. Yes or no? What type of food? Down below in the comments section. I want to hear from you. I'm Dr. Alvarez again. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care. God bless.